Alright, welcome back to your channel. Today we are trying out the DeFi engine, one of the best real-time engine on the market right now, especially the Arvis visualization. I did watch some tutorial online and it is all the experience that I had with the DeFi. So let's see how far we can get with it. Before we start, let me quickly give you the context that led me to the DeFi today. Almost 4 years now I'm using Unreal Engine and plenty of the project has been working out of the box. I have no doubt this is the best engine, the best real-time global illumination. The Lumen system is solid and really accurate. However, it is the game engine, and it means that the engine was designed first and foremost to handle the game logic, not just the visualization. And sometimes to solve the issue, I need the approach from the game dev perspective. I learned a lot from that though, but it is the pain in the ass. And it's also the lack of the Arvis assets ready. Most assets I can find online tied to the game assets. Don't make me wrong in here. Game assets is good, but it's just not the Arvis needed. The Arvis is totally in different category and purpose. And this also gave me another level of the pain in the back when I found out the tree I just imported 10 seconds ago has the 10 different slots of the material, and this is the disaster, you know. It does the job perfectly in many ways, but also super tedious process. So why not trying something else, something that good enough to use out the box? And then the DeFi is coming to the picture when it is the engine that dedication for Arvis purpose, a simple and friendly interface. Arvis access ready even with the free version, ready to use out the box. The quality as I saw online is look solid and deliver with the AI post production. Too good to be true, right? So before we jump straight into the DeFi, we need to do the model preparation. And what I mean in here is that we need to prepare the model of the house, the building in a certain way. The way that is will help the model perform the best ability in the real-time engine environment. Okay, cool. So why does the model need to prepare before importing to the DeFi? Or what is the benefits of this processing, right? To answer that, let's take a look at how the real-time engine is processing the scene. Okay. So DeFi or the Unreal Engine is using the ray tracing technology to process the scene. There are also the path tracing technology to achieve the lifelike realistic in Unreal Engine, but not the real time. And also might be you already know Blender's Psycho X is path tracing. The quality is really good, but with DeFi, I have no idea if they plan to implement the path tracing into the DeFi in the near future or not. Now, if it is yes, then the traditional rendering is in big trouble. Okay. I know the AI post-production work quite solid in DeFi, but how about the cinematic movie? You know what I mean? Okay, in the background, ray tracing is calculating all of the material, the light trace, the effect, etc. in the real time. It also means that the engine processes the huge amount of the mathematical, because the ray tracing is basically the math in every second to create the pixel we saw on the screen, and because it is the calculating all of the mathematical in real time, then it needs the army to do so, right? And where is the our army? Our army in this case is the CUDA core. Depending on your graphic card series, this number of the CUDA core may vary. Okay, from few thousand to 20,000 or so. What I mean by that is imagine this army of the 7,000 men, 7,000 American men basically, digging the hole into the mountain to find the gold. Okay, and after and they doing it, the 7,000 men doing this at the same time. This is how our graphic cards are handling the ray tracing mathematical. Okay, so meaning of the preparing model is to make the calculating process less heavy and less resource consuming, less errors, and throughout it's gonna going to boosting the quality, the performance, and the most importantly the accuracy of that processing. There might be less significant impact in the simple scene, but when it's running into the huge scene or complex scene, then we will see the significant impact of the preparation model process. And by the way, how can we measurement the impact then? The answer is FPS, okay, or the frame per second, or the number of the still it made the engine can produce in 1 second. What we see on the screen of the engine is the series of the constantly still image continue from one to another to create the illusion of the real-time 3D environment. Because it is too fast, at least it is 24 images in 1 second, so we can really see the still image. But if the FPS is dropped to below 24 frame or still image, then our eye can start seeing the jitter appearing, and we call it the FPS drop, or the indicator of the scene becoming heavily, and our graphic card on its peak, and it's my crash the entire engine. And the higher number of the FPS is the better. It also means that we can throw more stuff into the scene and it's still functioning well. It also means that we can handle the bigger scene without the locking or crashing the engine, so keep it in mind. There are some rules that we need to follow to able to preparing the model in the correct way and get the best out of it. And the first rule, the simple work best. The simple model takes less efforts to calculating. That is the general logic in here. For example, in this how the wall, I break it into the simple part ingredient, and each part is the simple model that exists in one axis. Let's imagine there is the invisible plan that this wall is to take the big chunk to appearing. Okay. For example, this wall it take the big chunk in this axis, right? And the other side of this wall is just the thickness of it, and it's just a small amount of it. And then let's break this wall out and follow that invisible plan of the axis. And the next thing we need to take a look is the normal of the model. The normal of the model, and what is the normal of the model then? And each surface or the face is have its own dedicated normal, and the normal is the explanation for the normal is the invisible vector that pointing outward. The surface at the 90 degree it have to be pointing outward. If it's pointing inwards, then we have the invert normal or the incorrect normal. And then what is the problem then? The incorrect normal can lead to the errors. The model appear black or incorrect in the surface in the D5. So be careful with this and check all the normal model if it have the normal issue or not. If it does, let's flip the normal of the model. Okay, cool. How can I point out which model has a normal issue or not, right? Because if the normal is in the correct normal condition, and then I just flip it, and then it become the incorrect normal, right? It should show you that the model is in the correct normal condition or not in here already in the map. UV. Proper UV also really important. The UV that appearing good in Max also appearing good in the D5. So ensure that your model has its own dedicated UV. Better let's do it in here before we throw it into the D5. The next thing is the keep the file clean. Ensuring that your file, the file that you will importing into the D5 is clean. which means they don't have any sort of the temporary model or the technical drawing or some invisible dot of the technical drawing that exists in your file or your scene. It will cause you headache. So let's remove it all out. Just keep the thing tied to the hero in here. The next thing is the retopo. If the model is so much heavy in polygon or super complex in polygon, for example, some detailed chairs that can reach up to 1 million in the polygon count, some even more. This heavily polygon count can cost you a lot of the performance in the DeFi or any of the real-time engine. Too much detail requires much more resource to handle it. So let's try to simplify the topology in here by using the Pro Optimizer. It can save you performance by significant. And don't forget to reset the each form of the model. The reset the each form of your model, and you might in max you might scaling the model in here to fit the certain area up, or might be scaling something to make it look nice. Then afterwards, let reset the each form of it. It will reset the scale of the model to the scale as is appearing on your screen. Okay, that is the done of what we need to do with the model. Let's move to the texture. Use the PBR texture for all of the bigger surface. The PBR is stand for the physical based rendering. In short, it makes your material appearing in DeFi look realistic, look fancy. Okay, and the easiest way to do this is using this free software called by the Materialize. You can download it online, and with just few clicks, you will have the completely set up the PBR material ready to you, ready to create the fancy stuff in the DeFi. The normal texture is really useful. Let's always wrap it with you, and the displacement also useful. But I will explain the use of this in the DeFi later. Just don't apply this in everywhere. It can crash your entire engine. Okay, so now is the fun part. Let's jump to the unknown land, the DeFi, and hopefully I don't mess the whole thing up. Okay. Okay, they have two methods to get the model from the max into the DeFi. The first common method is using the button connect to the DeFi. But by the way, you need to have this plugin. Just go into the official site of the DeFi and then get it plugin, install it, and then you have the plugin button like this. The first common is the using this button called by the what it is the connect to the DeFi render, and this will export everything in the max and import also the create the new scene in the DeFi, and this is the live link. It's sync in the real time. But today I'm not going to using this method. I'm using this. This is the manual export and manual import. The reason is that because if I using this one, the connect to the DeFi or the live sync is will go into collapse or attacks everything in this scene into the one single object, and with that, it's really hard for me to making the clone of this villa later on. So rather than that, I'm gonna go into export the Tehran in the separate file and the villa in the other separate file. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's wrap this Tehran. Let's go into okay. In here, it's have several of the options that we can select. Select the export the select file only. Let's skip the group hierarchy, and is have the option for us to choose that we want to export just one layer or two layer. For now, for the Tehran, I will gonna go into get it for just one layer, and also the tick box for the auto collapse. And I think this is good for now. Let's export it. I already exported this before, so I'm not gonna go into export Tehran again. But the model of the house, I'm gonna go into export the model of the house. Okay, so let's export it. two layer, because in here I have two layer. One is the interior and another is the exterior. Okay, so let's spot and waiting for it to processing. And when it's done, it's then show us the successful. If it's not successful, then there is something is wrong already, right? Makes sense. Okay, it can take for a while. speed with the WASD is the decelerate or slow down the movement speed of the camera, but it is the temporary. As long as we holding the button, it's gonna go into effect. But we release it and then it's become come back to the normal. Okay. Control scroll, control strokes, control plus scroll is for the FOV, the field of view, how wide or how narrow the view is, and the U is the random placement. Okay, I don't need that. Okay, so let's importing our model into the scene. First, let's import the terrain. That is the first thing. Okay, where my terrain? Okay, in here we have the panel for the import this for the object. In here we have the panel of the layer, the really useful for managing the scene and arranging the resource allocation. Okay, and this the panel of the scene list, which means the, the 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 placeholder of the camera. Okay, and in here is the for the right side is the panel ingredient of the each object or the option or the setting of the each object. Like in here we have the setting for when I click into the sky, we have the all the setting for the environment effect. Effect is the different effects like the uh, post production and the anything else. Or we have the lens flare, bloom, thin, rainbow flare or rainbow flare. Rainbow flare. What is the rainbow flare? So which means if I'm toggle this on, then I will have the rainbow. I don't know. Let's see what is the rainbow flare vignette. Okay, let's see. Everybody know what the vignette is. Chrome operation. Okay, this one is the quite good. This one will help us to have the better realistic look. Saturation. Maybe we need to desaturate. I don't know. AO the ambient occlusion. GDAP is the using for calculating the focus, in focus and out focus. Outline mode. Okay, this one is the for highlight the border of the model and custom background color. This is mainly for the post processing. We have a LUTs in here too. We can download the LUTs from the internet and then throw it in here and apply it in here. I think so. And in here the sky, let's change the sky, change the angle of the sun here. Or we this is the rotation, the how high is the sun is, the near to the horizontal line, and then we get the sunset effects. Okay, let leave it something like that first. This is the cloud. Let's change the cloud. This is the volumetric cloud. Okay, which means it will cast the shadow onto the surface wherever the sun is hiding by the cloud. It will then cast the shadow onto the environment. Okay, so we have various of the sky of the cloud. It's look quite cool, eh? Okay, I don't know for now. Okay, we have the moving cloud here. Let's do it with the this one maybe. I don't care. Just leave this at the default for now. We're not going to make the detail modification for the environment as the first stage. First stage to get the model in here and make it look good first, and then after that we can come back to the environment to tweaking it out to make it look better later. Okay, where my terrain? put it in here. Okay, so in here we have the several things we can do with the terrain that we import into the DeFi. The first is duplicate. No, I don't need duplicate. Flip, I don't need flip. Focus on. What is focus on? That is the Z. Okay, let's speed up. Speed up. Oh, max speed is the 200 kilometer per hour. You see, the max speed I can get with the DeFi. Ooh. Okay. Focus is the Z. Okay. Align coordinate now available to use, but we have the sync coordinate, and this one is really useful. This one is gonna go into sync the coordinate of the model to the coordinate of the model in the 3D Max. So let's sync it. I want to sync it like that, and then what is this? Add to local. Okay, we can export this to the local. This one is the reset. This one is the replace from the assets. Asset is, which means the replay our imported model with the model from the DeFi, but it makes no sense in here because I don't want to replace my beauty to run with anything else. Okay, and this one is the replay from the local folder, which means if we do some adjustment, we do some fixing for the model in the 3ds Max, we can export it out and then replay the outdated model in the DeFi with the one we just export from the 3ds Max before. Okay, so our house is in here, and now it's just got the shadow onto that. Let's bring it into something like this. Okay, look cool. Okay, and then now anything else? Export this one. Random size, edit pivot. I don't need that. Random rotation, no. Random location, no. Okay, I don't care. Okay, so now we are going to import our villa. This one. Boom. Where my villa? Okay, villa. Go, man. Let's put my villa into here. Let's go. Why so low? Okay. Okay, I can see my villa in the mid-air already. But it's not in the mid-air, bro. Okay. So let's reset. Okay, we have the one single object left, which is the curtain. But the curtain I can importing it later on. So now it's good already. It's just fine. Let's go with this one first, and then we can importing the curtain later on. Okay, the first thing I want to do is that I want to change the material of the pool. You see, let's change it. Using the material picker in here, and then we pick the material of the pool, and then here we have the material template. Okay, again, is all relevant information in the right side panel. Okay, and this one is have the dedicated material water tap water. Oh. Okay. It's have a dedicated type of the material in here. For the transparent is something like glass. Water is pool lazy. That is the water. Okay. Flowing water is the water for tap water stream, something like that. Carpet displacement. Okay, this is the dedicated material used for the displacement. We have the cloth. We have a custom alpha, mesh, and hollow material. Okay, this one can useful for what, for the fox. We can create the fox with this custom alpha. Multimedia is the adding the screen image, something like the TV. Foolish. make plan truths to life. Okay, this one is the material dedicated just for the footage, and we have also the dedicated material for the grass, subsurface scattering for J's wax skin material. I think this one is the default and most common type of the material. This one is the subsurface. I think this one is the something that we can adding with the imperfection. You can add the another layer on top of the surface. That's why it's called by the subsurface scattering. I think so. I don't know, but I think so. Okay, so let's change this into the water. So what we have here, we have the base color. Let's change the base color. SSV what? Okay, let's change this into the something like this. Let's make it a little bit cool, like that, like this. Okay, look great. Okay, so what is normal? Oh, normal is the wave on the surface. Okay, so let's make it a little bit, just make it a little bit, because I don't want it's making no sense, because in here it's just a small simple pool, so it's might be don't have too much wind in here, so let's make it just a little bit specular. It is good already. I think so. Refraction 1.33 is the default and correct value for the refraction of the water. So just leave it like that. Thickness, I already have the thickness of the water, so I'm not gonna go into taking this on. Flow velocity. Let's change the flow velocity. But I didn't see anything, bro. Let's make it. Let's make it the depth. What is depth then? Let's turn on the caustic. But why I didn't see any caustic in here, huh? Let's make it a bit smaller. 2. Let's make it 3. Let's make it 2. 2 might be good enough. Offset, rotate. Keep the texture shape. Let's make it randomize. Okay, but where am my caustic? I don't see anything. Where the caustic then? When is specular flow velocity? Um, look okay. Maybe too much in here. Let's 1.5. Okay, I think it's good for now. The next thing I wanna do is I'm gonna go into to change the glass transparent. Okay, I can using the assess set. Let's searching for the glass green curtain wall glass. Let's use it. Let's using that one. Okay, now is oh shit. Okay, now is all this one is okay. The good feature of the DeFi is that it's automate link and detect all the instant material you have in the scene. For example, now all the glass is changed all as one. Okay, I don't need to apply the material into the each model. because it's already linked and synced together in the one single material. So when I change one, it's gonna go into change another or the material instant. But right now this one is a little bit of the too much green. Too much green. I want is less green. Oh shit. How can I make it less green then? Let's change this into another color. No. Something like this, but less green, man. Okay, okay. All right. Something like this. All right. And why that the glass have the normal? I don't care. Leave it at zero or maybe one. But the one rules when you are using the normal map, if your material have the normal map, is don't use with the negative uh, value. Okay, use with the positive value, don't use with the negative, because it's not designed to work with the negative value. Okay, so keep it in mind. Okay, refraction, I think for the glass is the 1.56 thickness. Oh, I don't need thickness. I think this one is 56. Okay, thickness, because my model have its own thickness of the each panel of the glass. It already have a technique. Opacity, caustic. No, it don't have caustic. Uh, Trip planar. Where the option is turn it on for complex object which chaotic texture coordinate continue and uniform texture mapping is obtained. What does that even mean? I don't understand. Okay, I don't care. Okay, I don't care. All right, we have the glass in here. Already glass. Next thing is the wood. The wood I think is look nicer, huh? But this one is the one I want to change. The floor, the outer floor. I want to change let's see. Okay, but it's too rough in here, man. Okay, I just changing the floor, the outer floor to this kind of the floor, and I think it's look really nice. As you can see, the UV is work really well. That is the reason why you should try to create the proper UV inside the 3ds Max. So if the UV in there is good, and then it's, when it comes to here, it also look good. That is the point of having the good UV in the 3ds Max. Okay, I love the feature of the the material instant in here. In the Unreal Engine, I have to go one by one for the every slot of the every model. But in here, it's automatically linked together, which is the material already linked together in the 3ds Max. So when you are preparing the model in the 3ds Max, making sure that the material you are using in there is the unique tied to the specific type of the model. Is you can find yourself in the situation that when you copy the thing from the another scene. What I'm talking here is when we are in the 3ds Max, we copy another thing in the another scene, and when we are merging it into the 3ds Max, there can be have the trouble with the same material, but we have to now what I'm gonna go into trying is that I will wrap up every single material in this scene with the material of the DeFi, so to see how good it can be when we are transferring the material of the 3ds Max into the DeFi. And I can see right now in here with the DeFi material, the floor look quite solid, and I love it. So let's do for the rest of the villa, and after that we then set up for the camera. make the scene look smooth, soften, and not too harsh in the term of the lighting. And also I can turn on the interior light and make it look even better. So as you can see in here, you see the quality of the lighting and the HDRI is really good. And also in here I using the HDRI only, so which means I toggle off the sun. I don't really need the sun. If you have the good quality HDRI, you can completely toggling the sun off. In here we have some more weather effect like fog, wind, precipitation. This is for the rain, season vegetation, and Milky Way. This most of the thing is I don't really need right now. And okay, so now we're going to set up the camera angle. Okay, and we're gonna go working further for the environment, for the landscape, for the trees, plant from there. So let's try to find the good angle for this villa. Let's see. Okay, let's say I want to have this angle. Let's go into create a new scene. The scene one. Okay, and then anything else. And then I want to have another scene. Another scene maybe from here. I can looking outward to see a part of the mountain, maybe also. Oh, whoa, whoa. Like this. Let's create another scene. Okay, so let's back to this scene, and in here let's bring up the camera setting. Where the camera setting then? Edit the camera. Okay, click on there. And then what do we have with the camera now? Project mode, perspective, 2-point perspective. Okay, this is good. 2-point perspective for the architect or artist visualization. This is the most famous perspective. It will make the on the straight line, on the vertical straight aspect ratio. I want this is the 16 by 9. Okay, so let find it. Let's find the good angle, the better angle, something like this. FOV 90 is okay, but this one I need to change this into the 35. Okay, so the focal length, especially for the exterior, don't make it too wide. Okay, because it's gonna go into distort your model. And let's try to catch up with the real setting of the real lens. I think 24 for the exterior is good. I can see a little bit of the mountain, a little bit more of the mountain in the background, which means I can see a little bit more of the trees, landscape surrounding, see the environment surrounding, but still keep the main character in here is the villa look clear. Okay, camera clipping plan. This is for the for something like you put the camera in the wall, and then you need to turn this on to clipping out the wall. Okay, depth of field. Do I need the depth field in here? I think I will need the depth field. Let's choose the depth field in here. Blur, focus distance, blur. right now. Just set the depth field first. Just set the depth field first, and then we can come back to it later. Okay. So in here we have the anything else? Okay, in here we have the let's turn on the LUTs. Let's use the custom LUTs. Where my custom LUTs? I need to testing. That is the point, man. Okay, exposure. Let's make it not too much bright, and let's change it into the 15 or so. Minor. Highlight focal exposure. Make it not too harsh. This means not too overexposure. 0.1. Let 0.1. Shadow focal exposure. Let's make it less contrast by bringing up the shadow. I don't want it the feeling. I don't want it too harsh. You know, contrast. Highlights, shadow, slope, white balance, let not too yellow. Thin bloom, land flare, rainbow flare. Okay, so rainbow flare. Where? Let's turn on the vignettes. Chromatic aberration, not too much. 0.3. Saturation style. Let's turn on the IO. This is set up for the post processing later. IO overlay in the preview. Two. Let's make it much more detailed. Well, okay. This one is the one I really like. The IO is always give me the really good result. terrain, and I'm using a very basic tool with the model, wrap up the model for the natural, and then just using the painting tool to scattering the planetary onto the terrain. It's really easy to use and really easy to understand, and the library access is really high quality, and most of it I think is come from the Max tree or something similar like that, because a lot of the plant and tree in here I recognize is come from the Max tree, and for the Max tree is really high quality access for the average visualization, and the scattering tool in the DeFi is work really well. Even I'm just using the basic tool in here, and you already can have the brush history. This is really useful. For example, if later on I want to reusing some of the setting, some of the object I already scattering inside the scene, I can hover up back to here to making the adjustment or even the rescattering the object once again without the need of to setting it up from the ground up all over again. And that's it for the video today. And hopefully the video bring to you some valuable information. And if so, smash the subscribe button. And I will see you in the next video.